How's it going, my trim people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with the draft analysis for your Cotswold Whimsicots in season something of Egg of BBR. I've got no idea what season. For those of you that have been around the channel for a very long time, you may remember that we were present back in season 1 of BBR, but actually I don't know if I uploaded that. So maybe or not, maybe no one knows. But we've been in the league in the past is the point, and we were around in season 1, so yeah, we've always been in and around BBR. It's super fun to come back. Shout out to D-Ray for bringing us back, and thank you to Kurt for making the draft graphic that you can see here. I think he made it. He passed it to me anyway. So, some of you may be new here because I realised that there's kind of been a bit of an influx of new players to the scene while I've been away, having a little break. We do things a little bit differently on this channel. This is not a typical draft channel. I don't like typical draft analysis. I think they're kind of pointless. I think if you're an experienced player, you know what type every Pokemon is on the team. You know what role they fill on the team. And so going over it again is just pointless. And if you're a new player, I don't think me telling you that Staraptor is a good wall breaker and choice scarfer really gives you anything. I think the better thing is to watch the season, watch how it plays out, and see what Staraptor does, see the roles that it can do, the versatility that it can offer, not just like the kind of archetypal view of a Mon, reducing its kind of limiting it, right? I think when we talk about Mons in draft analysis, we limit them to just kind of generic roles, but they do a lot more than that. So I think for new players, it's more beneficial to actually watch and learn what they do from battling and trying them out yourself. And for experienced players, you just already know what people are going to say about Mons. So we do things a little bit differently. Sometimes I'll try to explain why I drafted things and the functionality. This time I'm not going to, because my reasoning for drafting things was not very good. Basically, I haven't been playing or watching Mons since I took my break, however many months ago that was. Home has come out since then, quite a lot's changed, the meta's changed, and I don't actually know what anything does. Like, I'm not just saying that. Obviously, I tried to look things up during the draft, I tried to look on Showdown at move pools, move sets, whatever. But still, like, I haven't seen things in practice, and there's no kind of substitute for that. So with that in mind, I came into this league to replace someone mid-draft, and I say mid-draft, one pick had been done, so not even mid-draft. I was second overall pick. I came in, and I was like, I don't know what I want. The draft's already started. Everyone's waiting for me. I've come in. I wasn't planning on coming back. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to take Ursaluna because I think it's the coolest Mon there is right now. And what I'm going to do after that is just draft things that I want to use. So this whole team is mainly new things, some old things, but mainly just things I want to use that I thought looked fun. I tried to make the team still viable, so like I didn't just draft a load of like 1-point Mons or whatever, because I don't enjoy Pokemon if I'm just losing every week. So I was like, fuck it, let's make the team like roughly viable, but I'm picking much more on design, or like I've always kind of wanted to try that Mon out kind of thing. So like Hooper, for example, which is our Terra Captain here. We can use 2 types. We have Dark and Steel for ours. That may change during the season. I don't know what's good on it. I've never used this Mon. I think it looks really cool. I've always thought it was an interesting Mon in Draft League. So I thought, fuck it. I don't know if it fits with Ursaluna particularly or with Slowking at that point, but let's just take it. So can't really explain the functionality of this team and how the pieces are going to fit together like I normally would, because I don't really know. But this is it. This is the team. This is what we're going to go with, and we can find out together. We can kind of figure it out through the season if you want to follow and see what happens. That's my thinking, at least. So with all that stuff out the way, that's like the typical draft stuff that I kind of have to say. But now I just want to chat, because that's really what I kind of do here. Is especially with the new timer that's around. So when we had the 20-minute timer or whatever it was that we had recently, I felt like I couldn't really like tell stories, I couldn't really talk. But for those of you that have like been around the channel before, I would say my draft league battles are more like podcasts. You just kind of put them on and I just kind of talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. At least that's how I kind of started to see them. My goal after a while in draft league, I used to tell myself that I wanted to be everyone's favorite draft leagues players favorite draft league player. So I wanted experienced guys to just come watch my videos, hang out, laugh, hear stories from my life, whatever. I wasn't trying to educate anyone. I wasn't trying to whatever. I was just trying to have fun with the game and fun with the narration. So yeah, that being said, I want to kind of talk about why I took this approach and why I've come back to draft league. So in my last upload, I kind of said that I'd take a break, but I'd be back. But the day before coming back for this draft, I actually sat with my partner Katie. Most of you know about Katie. I sat with Katie and I kind of said, I think I'm done. Like, I think that's it. I don't think I'll ever record another YouTube video. I don't think I'll ever do another battle. I would record one YouTube video to say I'm done, to say I was out. But that was where my head was at. Jack had messaged me and invited me to a league. at that time, I didn't think I could fill the spot. It didn't make sense. And actually, I saw the message too late anyway, because I wasn't on Discord for like a month or two. And yeah, I thought I was done. I said to Katie, I'm done. I'm going to take a step back. And then D-Ray messaged me on Instagram, that fucking handsome bastard. And he pulled me back in. He got me back in. And the reason being, like, right now I'm not playing football, which usually takes up quite a bit of my time. I recently left my job, which frees up a little bit more time. But the reason that I struggle with Draft League, and this is what I wanted to kind of talk about this, because I wonder how many other people have had this relationship with Draft League and stuff. So I don't really have that much interest in playing Pokemon anymore outside of Draft League. Like, I bought BDSP, I bought Legends Arceus, I bought Scarlet and Violet, and I didn't complete any of them. In fact, I barely got past the first gym on BDSP. I did a bit of a playthrough on the channel. I think I did like 2 gyms, maybe 3. Legends, I didn't even finish the tutorial. And then Scarlet and Violet, I got up to like the 3rd gym or something, and then I decided I picked the wrong star, started again, and I don't think I've even beaten the 1st gym on my 2nd playthrough. So I'm just not that interested in Mons anymore. I don't ladder on Showdown. I'm not interested in old meta games. And with all that in mind, like, the reason I was coming back to Draft League, the last few leagues that I came back for, was purely like for the social connection, purely for my friends that are in this community. And that was the only reason I was coming back. And I felt like that really... Sorry, I'm literally just talking. This is literally just me just talking. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're all expecting this. Those of you that are new are like, what the fuck is this? Well, you've clicked off if you're new. You're not still around. But if you're not new, then you might still be here. Yeah, and I just felt like the content I was putting out, the videos that I was putting up, I just didn't feel like they were very good. And I actually don't mind a short timer from a competitive standpoint. From a battling standpoint, I've never minded the chess timers or the short timers. I think it's fine. I click pretty fast anyway. But from like a narration perspective, the way that I like to do my videos, where I just want to sit and chat like this, it massively kind of impeded that. And so I was having to put up these kind of just turn-by-turn commentary battles that I felt like just was no longer my style or what I was interested in uploading. I didn't get enjoyment out of uploading that. I felt like it wasn't that interesting to people. It wasn't getting engaged with as much and by you guys. And I just thought, yeah, why am I doing this? And it was because I wanted to speak to my friends, but I couldn't join Showdown leagues and stuff like that and speak to my friends and not upload, because unless there's like the immersion, many of you will know, a couple of years ago I was diagnosed with ADHD, sometimes medicated, not right now. Unless there's the immersion of playing like on a cartridge game, all the graphics, everything that goes with it, again, like, I just get bored. I'm just not interested anymore. Like, it doesn't stimulate me anymore. So in order for me to socialize with my Draft League friends, I need to play Wi-Fi leagues. But that means I need to upload as well, and then I'm uploading subpar content. So I was stuck in this cycle, I hope I'm making this clear, where I was playing in order to socialize, but then being unhappy with the outcome of me playing. I wasn't battling well, I wasn't uploading well, and I was a bit like, this isn't fair on you guys, like anyone watching. And you know, the views, like, they were lower. I deleted my server, and I think as soon as I deleted my fan server, which really is just a place for my friends, once I deleted that, because again, I just had this tremendous guilt that I had this server that I wasn't active in ever. So I deleted that, and then after that, the views like cut in half and stuff, which is totally understandable because maybe people weren't seeing my videos, and maybe they just weren't as interesting because I was uploading subpar content. And I felt bad for the people who were watching every minute of every upload. People that were probably my friends in the first place or had become friends over the years. And I was like, this is just eating out of your time. Like, your time is precious. You've got so many things to do. And you're sitting and watching videos that I'm not even happy I've uploaded. So, but I also had this defiant pride of not wanting to stop uploading, especially after games where I lost and things like that. I wanted to post them because I didn't want to look like that guy who was unreliable to be in leagues that, you know, chairmans of leagues were like, we don't want him, he doesn't upload. Or people go, as soon as he loses, he doesn't upload. I didn't want to be that guy. So I was really just stuck in this cycle where I was uploading videos that I wasn't happy with because I felt I had to. Didn't feel like I could improve the quality of the videos, being hamstrung by the timer we had. And was only really playing so that I could socialize off camera. And this forced me. Again, you might think, well, why not just hang out with your friends in a call? Like, all of my friends play Pokemon Unite together and stuff. Why don't you just do that? Like, I'm doing my PhD at the minute. I live alone with my partner. We live a long way from our families. in order for us to maintain like a healthy social life, in order for us to like care for each other and be there for each other, in order for me to get my PhD work done alone, that's a huge like time sink, right? So much time. So unless there's like especially like, again, having ADHD and the stuff that comes with that, unless there is an organized like structure to my week where I know I'm going to have a battle on Sunday afternoon, so I need to mock and prepare with a friend on Wednesday evening, unless I have that set structure, time blindness, all that stuff will creep in, and I will just not turn up. Like, I'll say, yeah, I'll play Unite with you guys, and then I'll just never be there, because something will come up. There'll always be something that will come up, and I'll be like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to cook dinner, I've got to spend time with Katie, you've got, whatever. So that's why I felt like I needed to be playing Draft League in order to maintain my social relations with my Draft League's friends. So it was just this really weird cycle that I was kind of stuck in. And it became like very tinged with guilt as well, because, I'd go on hiatus for 2 months, 3 months where I wouldn't be playing, wouldn't be uploading, and I wouldn't be looking at my Discord. And then friends that I have on Discord that maybe don't have me on Instagram, don't have me wherever, they would be messaging me on Discord. I wouldn't see it for like 2 or 3 months. And sometimes it would be like personal messages, important messages, people wanting support, people, leaning on me as friends should. And I would see it like 2 months later. And it like that also was like it sounds selfish, like it sucks for them more than it sucks for me. But if you've ever been in that situation, you've ever felt like you're like a flaky, unreliable friend, you also just think like, oh man, I feel so guilty. So yeah, basically, Draft League just became this thing over the last probably 12 months, I'd say, since the new games came out, where I was just always conflicted about it. Because when I'm in the battle and I'm doing it, I love it. When I'm team building, I love it. When I'm in call with my friends mocking, I love it. But I can't afford to be on Discord all the time, maintaining the relationships I used to maintain as actively as I used to, and that is like, I feel awful about that. So it was just going all over the place, and my videos weren't as good, and I was just all over. And so now I'm coming back, and I'm trying to, this is just a therapy session. All my videos are just therapy sessions. Usually I tell stories about seeing men punch pigeons and things like that, if you're wondering what's going on. Usually I tell very entertaining, well, not entertaining stories, sometimes incriminating stories, but I just tell stories from my life normally. This one is full-blown just therapy. But yeah, so I'm coming back and I'm trying to learn to juggle things, I'm trying to learn how to maintain all the things that I want in my life without having to massively just sacrifice some things and walk away from things because I feel like I can't juggle. So I'm really coming back with that in mind. There was something that I wanted to say, and it's completely gone out of my head. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it fun, basically. So that's why we're drafting weird things. I don't get me wrong. Like, I am a competitive human being. I can't help myself. It's just not fun to me if I'm not trying to beat someone. There is no greater joy in life than staring into a YouTube video and knowing that you are superior to someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I play football at the weekends so that I can look at 11 fully grown men on the other team and know I'm better than them. Validate my existence by crushing them. It's very important to me that I have that kind of ego boost. So I can't come here and just throw. I can't come here and draft a load of baby mons. Like, I need to get some dubs on the board for my ego. But at the same time, I'm trying to have it in a way where, that's what I was going to say, where I don't feel like I need to be on Discord 365 in a million different servers, keeping up with every little bit of Pokemon news. So I might lose games because I don't know that a Pokemon has a move. I might lose games because I don't know that this set exists. Like, fuck it, if that happens, that happens. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not the guy that's sweating it out like I used to be. And that's probably where I want to end it, to say that there was a time, and many of you will know this if you've been around for a while, where I was sweating it out on Discord, where my front office was incredibly active with some of the best players around that finally went on to get a lot of recognition, a lot of them, after my front office had been assembled, the recognition they deserved in their own way. But there was a time where I was really sweating it out and really super active, and during that time, like, I was going through a really bad period in my life when I was living alone 300 miles from my nearest friends and family. And like, the connections that I made on Discord, this is why they matter so much to me, why I feel so guilty when I don't maintain them. Those connections were pretty much all I had at that time. Talking to those people, hanging out in call, drafting, battling, mocking, all this stuff, the fun we had, like, that really kept me going. And I think, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's like, I don't know why I'm presenting a moral of this fucking video. It's a draft analysis. What is going on? I just want to talk. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, it's okay that life changes sometimes. Like, for any of you that may feel this too, because I see a lot of players that were like me, that were sweating it back in the day, that take breaks, come back, take breaks, come back, that kind of addiction, and I'm sure it's because of the community. I'm sure it's because of that social aspect. I think it's okay to accept sometimes that, like, hey, during these years, I was in a bad period in my life. I really needed this community. I was really about this community. I was really in here every day. Now, thanks to you guys, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say here, thanks to you guys, literally thank you to you guys, my life has moved on for the better. Like, I'm doing better. I'm doing a PhD. I'm living with my partner. Like, you know, shit is good now. And I owe a lot of that to Draft League for keeping me going. And I think that's fine. I think it's okay that, like, at some point I might step away. I might not do any more leagues after this one. Who knows? But I'm just trying to make my peace with that when the day comes. I'm trying to make my peace with the fact that it's cool to be in something for a while when it benefits you to a sense, when it's good for your life, and it's okay to take a step back when it's bad for your life. And I think most people respect that. Like, I think all of my friends respect that. For example, no one's ever pestering me, being like, you know, guilt tripping me or anything like that. I think they're all happy to see me doing well now. But internally, I think that can be a really hard thing to let yourself accept. So I'm just trying to get that across to anyone that might be feeling the same way. No one is feeling the same way. I should not upload this. This is terrible. I'm going to upload it though, because that's what I do. I just put up far too honest videos where I just dump everything on you guys. Next week, we'll be back with week 1 when we face Jay Ricky, and I'll try and get some sort of pigeon-related story, or maybe something with a bear in it. Just something a little bit lighter-hearted than this, maybe. Take the edge off coming back. It should be really fun. Jay Ricky is one of the nicest and most handsome people in this community. So, and we bodied him the last time we battled. So, you know, we gotta do the same again. Good week 1. Good week 1. Right, I'll leave it there anyway. Hopefully you guys didn't mind this too much. Check out the other coaches. Their links will be down in the description, and they will offer much better draft analysis than this. This was my opportunity to come back to Draft League with, like, Pokey and all these dudes running around again. We got, like, Kyle and people in this league. This was my opportunity to be like, hey, new audience, subscribe to me. Have I taken it? Fuck no. No, I've bored you all to tears. Never mind. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.